Okay, so asking me and what discernment, we're talking about discernment and what that looks like and how I know how when Spirit or God speaks to me and what that sounds like. So you asked me the question of if I ever hear a voice that I know isn't God or it doesn't sound like God or it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And you explained to me this beautiful... Actually, can you explain to me really quick one more time?
So like I said, they told my mom one time that I was a shaman when I was younger, and they said that he can communicate and he just has to listen. And I always listen. I've literally only just played music and been blessed entirely just because I listen. But when I do listen, in listening sometimes, not always, but every once in a while, there's almost another voice. And at first it feels like it's the same, but it's not, because when I really listen to it, it's I get a fearful response. I'm like, no, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like something I'm supposed to go into or something. I'm like, I don't know. It just feels it's different. It's not.
It is. And so you asked me what my response would be to that, and it is exactly your answer. That's why I am asking you to repeat it and go over it, because it's so funny. Because every time I hear something that comes up that feels like it's going to be instruction again, because I live by the seat of my pants too. I get told to move and I start looking for a place.
Exactly.
I just moved again unexpectedly. Didn't want to, but God told me how to move. I was like, okay, here we go again. I just know. But I hear little things like, oh, watch out for that, or watch out for that. And I'm like, wait, was that really you, or was that the fear talking? And I have to ask that question sometime when I get that thing on my body that says, or in my stomach that says that didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I have to ask that question of, was that really you, Spirit, or was that fear talking? And it's just that thing that your body can just discern, and you're like, no, I think that was fear talking. Okay, I got you. I heard you. Thank you for the test.
It's really
but that
a voice
was fear.
of fear. Yeah. That's really what it is. That's great.
Isn't it?
It's great.
I love. That's why I was just. Your answer was so perfect because it's literally fear.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's literally and I'm like, yo, no, it just makes perfect sense. Love it.
I love that. I love that your mom said you're a shaman and you're already doing that.
I didn't even know what that meant, and then I just go on to my life, and then as it reveals itself, I don't know. It reveals itself.
It does. Wow. I love that.
Yeah, man.
It's good stuff.
Super dope. What's your middle name?
I don't love my middle name. It's
I
Lynn.
know you don't. What is it?
Lynn.
It's not bad. Why would you not like it?
Okay, so my given name right now, my maiden name is Draya Lynn Coney. My married name, which I still on paper go by, Draya Lynn Crawford. So it's Andrea Crawford.
What's your name?
Draya Lynn Crawford.
My name is Jared Crawford. I'm not even kidding. That's my last name.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
But I go by Draya Love.
Draya Love.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's what all my stuff is. My website, all my blogs.
Nice to meet you, Draya Love.
Nice to meet you,
Are you a
brother.
very loving person?
That's why I took off my maiden name and even the Crawford, because that's my ex-husband.
It's no.
I was like, you know what? I don't want to rep y'all anymore. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. I'm a rep love.
I think more people need a lot more love in the world. People get mistaken. They think all sorts of things are love, and it's not. And that people don't have a lot of genuine love. I love everybody. It takes too much energy to not love.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't do the anger, the angst, the hate. I don't do none of that stuff.
It takes way too much energy.
How do you keep the weight of the world off of you?
I drum, man. Make music. Literally have never thought about anything. I've never, as long as I've had my buckets, and I never had them. I came to San Diego, I didn't have buckets, I just found them. Wherever I go, there's always buckets, and I keep my sticks with me. And the only thing, realistically, the only thing in life that ever is, I think people front about so much. I mean, as long as you're in good health and you keep good people around you, people are like, how am I going to make money? And they get their job and stuff, but just drum. And then I make money, and then that just takes care of that stuff, and then I just have fun. I don't know. I just follow my heart, my gut, have a lot of fun, and do what's most exciting.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm in San Diego, and I was here with some friends, and everyone was like, we're going to go home back to Vegas. I was like, I'm just going to stay in San Diego. Felt right. So I've never been out here. Here I am on this Wednesday talking to you. Meeting some cool people. Actually, I haven't met anybody but you and these people, and some pretty weird ladies. They were.
There's a lot of
Women of the night. That's a good way to put it.
And this spot is super interesting. I feel like it's a portal.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I don't know if you've ever been to Las Vegas, but downtown Fremont Street is another place. I say I feel like it's a portal because the people there are such characters. I swear some of them aren't even people, but like they're just. I really believe like as much time as I spent on the Strip, that like there's some of them are just spirits and they just have forms and they're just here. But I'm like, bro, you're not here. Like you're not. Vegas is so weird.
Interesting.
Okay, what's your embarrassing memory?
That's a good question. It's been a while, gee. I'll have to dig for that one.
Or like, what's something that your kids don't know about you? Like, if they heard it, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, mom!" Like my mom now, growing up, bro, she tells me the wildest things, and I'm like, "Mom, you need to write a book about what she was doing, and then you could tell us later."
Yeah, you know what's funny now is since my son, my 21-year-old, the one that will be here tonight, he's actually my stepson, but I've raised him since he was an infant.
Right.
I'm closer with him right now than I am my actual son that came from my stomach. So he now, we talk about everything, everything, and he'll be telling me stuff. He's like, "Mom, I met this girl, and oh my God, and she was all up on me, and she slept over, and I'm, and he just tells me stuff, and I'm like, I just look at him, and I'm like, it's so funny to just not have to mommy him since we don't live together, and I don't pay his shit. And I just be like, dude, just take care of your business. But I don't care. I tell him when people try to pick up on me or when goofy stuff tries to happen. I have since I've been in San Diego, I don't know what this is. I've had 2 men send me penis pictures. I am like totally unsolicited. I have no idea why. And I'm like, why is this happening?
It's the thing guys do to get attention.
It's really weird. So, like, I'll tell him stupid stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, that's really terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, it was really offensive."
That's really annoying. My mom tells me that all the time. She's like, "Yo, guys always send me." She's like, "It's not." She always tells me back in the day. She's like, "People used to just whip their dicks out, and that was really bad too." She's like, especially she's from New York, so like on the subway, she's like, "I remember when I was a kid." She's like, "They used to just whip their dicks out on the subway." It's like it's a problem. She's like, "I would much rather deal with the picture than that." But she's like.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, now girls don't do that.
Check it out.
That's not an issue that you have to deal with ladies.
I think it's so gross. I don't understand, like, the whole, it just feels so offensive.
Some people are really into sex.
And I wasn't even talking to either of these people. Like, at all.
Okay, that's different. If it was some guy you were fucking, then it's different.
No, not even talking.
Place is weird. I downloaded Tinder for the first time. I don't think I could. People really just use that app to have sex. I didn't really believe it.
Right now I live in a house with 4 guys, and 3 of them I think met the people that they're with on Tinder.
Like with them, or like.
Yeah, like people ended up staying with people.
That's wild.
But like depending on the age group, there was one in the age group of early 20s, late 20s. There was one in the 30s, not the one in the 40s, but the 20s, and then the 30s ones. That's what they used. I'm like, oh whoa.
It's like a younger thing. I don't know. I'm not into girls my age. That's the thing.
That's
too.
what most guys say. Your age is yeah.
Yeah, I like grown women.
That's what they're saying. Because people are stupid.
So you guys know what you want.
My son son tells me, he's like, Mom, girls are so dumb. It's so sad. They're stupid as junk.
No, it's like, and too, a lot nowadays, man, it's not even their fault. It's like just all the stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
It's just like so easy to get caught up and not, a lot of them just don't do anything. That's really like, a lot of them really don't do anything. They scroll on their phones all day.
Yeah.
It's very, very like, I can't lower my vibration to spend time with you and do that. Like, that shit is not.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. So like, they're like just super hot, and then but still they don't have like anything going on. So it's just like we can only have fucking sex how many times?
Yeah. Girl, you are beautiful, but that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I'm like that. I mean, like this. I don't know. I'm in. Like I love sex, but that's not. You can't have a relationship all fucking. Like it's not. There's so much more to life.
Yeah.
We can spend all day fucking. That's cool. It's great, but we got shit to do.
Yeah. You gotta find a combination.
Yeah. Like fuck for 20 hours and talk for 3. You didn't get into the question, by the way.
Okay.
An embarrassing memory or one that your kids would be like,
Okay.
whoa, or something no one knows about you, and then you could tell me because I'm a stranger, and then we'll be bonded for life.
Actually.